Good morning, and a warm welcome to your show, Sunny Mornings, Venice Beach. I'm your host, Melissa, and it's Friday, April 10th. You'll be interested to know, today is National Siblings Day. This holiday celebrates the bonds, playful rivalries, and lifelong memories shared between brothers and sisters, encouraging stories, photos, and gratitude. So now you know. And now, it's time for the surf report. This morning, it's looking clean with waves around 2 to 4 feet. Conditions will remain clean until around noon, when they shift to fair as the wind picks up to onshore at 6 miles per hour. By the afternoon, expect choppy conditions with wind, increasing to 10 miles per hour. Best time to ride is at 7 a.m., with a 2-foot outgoing mid-tide when the southwest swell is 1.5 feet at 18 seconds, and the sideshore wind is 2 miles per hour. The first low tide on Friday will be a 1/2 foot at noon, followed by a 3.5 foot high tide just after 7:30. The nearshore buoy at Santa Monica Pier reads 65 degrees for the water temperature. Conditions start fair on Saturday with waves around 3 to 4 feet and light winds, ideal for morning sessions. However, by afternoon, onshore winds create choppy conditions. Sunday sees a swell increase to 3+ feet but remains choppy throughout the day. Monday returns to 2 to 3 feet with fair conditions early. The winds pick up later, leading to choppy surf. This morning, it's mostly cloudy, and it feels like 63 degrees with no wind. The sunset will take place at 7:21, and it will rise again tomorrow at 6:27. It looks like we're in for a partly sunny day, with a high near 67 and a light south-southwest breeze around 8 miles per hour. If you're inland, it will hit a high of 68. Tonight, expect mostly cloudy skies with a slight chance of rain showers late, a low around 56, and a light southwest wind around 6 miles per hour. Looking ahead in the weather, Saturday will be mostly sunny with a high near 64 and a southwest wind up to 10 miles per hour, gusting as high as 20. Showers arrive late Saturday night into Sunday morning with rain likely and a slight chance of thunderstorms, leading to a cooler high near 61 on Sunday and partly sunny skies through Sunday night with lows in the low 50s. Bonjour, food enthusiasts. This podcast is brought to you by Versailles Cafe and Pastries in Encinitas. Nestled on El Camino Real South, just north of Encinitas Boulevard, this cafe is a haven for culinary delights. Indulge in their amazing Eggs Benedict or their gluten-free crepes. You can grab a panini for lunch or just breeze on through to get your morning coffee. They are open every day from 8 to 5. So stop on by and don't forget to tell them Sunny Morning sent you. In local news, high-speed rail could run from San Francisco, California to LA by 2040. All it needs is $126 billion. According to a draft business plan released by the state last month, this cost is nearly triple the original sticker price of $45 billion voted on in 2008. Since then, officials have blown deadlines and faced lawsuits while construction costs have ballooned. Despite this, spokespeople for high-speed rail state that Phase 1 costs have dropped by $1.6 billion since 2024. Critics on social media argue it may be cheaper to subsidize flights between San Francisco and LA for decades. Now on to sports. Rory's defense has disappointed in the first rounds while looking ahead to the rest of the Masters. How will a loaded leaderboard take shape? Will the course continue to get more difficult? We look at round 1 and what could come next at Augusta National. We're just 18 holes into the 90th playing of the Masters, and the tournament is already delivering at a high level. The leaderboard is stacked with some of the best golfers in the world. 5 of the top 10 finishers in last year's event find themselves inside the top 10 again. 4 of the top 5 in the world are part of the group of only 18 players under par. In local sports, the Lakers secured a solid victory over the Warriors with a final score of 119-103 on Thursday night in San Francisco. LeBron James led the way with 26 points, 11 assists, and 8 rebounds, shooting an impressive 11 for 17 from the field. Despite a brief exit after jamming his hand, James helped end the Lakers' 3-game losing streak, marking their 4th consecutive win at Golden State's home venue. Next up, the Lakers will host the Suns on Friday night, while the Warriors travel to Sacramento for their matchup. In top news, Tim Cook does not want to talk about retirement yet, but John Turnus is emerging as his most likely successor. During an all-hands meeting at Apple in January, an employee asked about a spate of executive moves. Apple's chief operating officer recently retired, while the chief financial officer and general counsel took smaller roles to prepare for their own retirements. This transition reflects a logical change at a company that turns 50 on April 1st. Apple stock has made executives wealthy, prompting many to prioritize family time over work. In business news, OpenAI and Anthropic are racing toward potentially record-breaking initial public offerings by the end of the year. An inside look at the financials of both companies prior to funding rounds completed earlier this year reveals their Achilles heel: the soaring costs needed to train new artificial intelligence models. OpenAI expects to spend $121 billion on computing power for artificial intelligence research in 2028. Such losses would dwarf those of virtually any other public company in history. Both companies are releasing new versions of their artificial intelligence models at an unprecedented pace amid rising computing costs. In crypto movement, Bitcoin is up 4% for the week to just over $72,000. Ethereum is up 3% to just over $2,000. And XRP is unchanged at $1.34. Moving on to a more local vibe. In our community spotlight on health and wellness, we are working with a national Pilates studio to bring you some free classes, so listen up. Check out Club Pilates, with several locations in the San Diego area. Pilates presents a comprehensive wellness approach, cultivating strength, reducing tension, and elevating mental well-being. Scientific research affirms its benefits. So now you can check out Club Pilates for a free class, with locations in Encinitas, Solana Beach, Oceanside, La Jolla, and more. Just be sure to tell them Sunny Morning sent you by. And now, back to the show. Let's talk science. Entire human populations vanished 3,000 years ago. Scientists figured out where they went. The population drop opened the door for outsiders to repopulate with new demographics and cultures. The famed Neolithic decline that struck around 3,100 years before the Common Era in Northern Europe has a new scientific explanation. The influx of newcomers came from the south as Iberians began repopulating the Paris Basin around 2,900 years before the Common Era. Researchers believe they have found out why the Paris Basin suffered a dramatic population shift. And in entertainment news, Jeopardy champion Janie Ding from Lawrenceville, New Jersey, has achieved a remarkable milestone by winning his 20th straight game, tying the record set by host Ken Jennings. Ding entered Thursday's episode with winnings totaling a staggering $539,573. By the end of the Jeopardy round, he led with $8,800 against his opponents, Alexandra Leith and Prithish David, who had $800 and $3,400, respectively. Ultimately, Ding finished with $32,000, marking him as the first contestant to win 20 or more games since 2022. Well, alrighty, folks, it's time for the quote of the day. And today, our quote comes from the American author and motivational speaker, Zig Ziglar. And he said, "You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great." And that's a wrap for this morning. You can check out our Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for some captivating aerial videos with local news and the surf reports. Have an amazing day, my good friends. We'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Sunny Mornings Venice Beach.